Good evening, everybody. Welcome along to the channel and welcome along to our stream for this evening. First of all, just want to say, if you're watching this video, this live stream this evening, and you're in the UK, big ups to you guys. You guys are awesome, because right now there is some kind of football match going on between England and Ukraine. So if you've chosen to watch me instead of that, then, you know, unbelievable. So thank you very much. Super excited for what we're going to do this evening. So along the football kind of theme, we're going to be looking at doing something a little bit different and a little bit fun this evening. We're in Automobilista 2, and what we're going to do is we're going to do a sim shootout. So we're going to take a selection of cars from England and a selection of cars from Germany, and we're going to put them head to head in like a shootout style format across several tracks and see how they get on and see which one comes out on top. So yeah, super excited to get into this one. We've got some interesting combos, all sorts of different cars, not all similar type of vein. We're going to try and mix it up a little bit, but what we have done is we've taken the data that we got from Bathurst. So remember, we did the challenge, the mountain challenge at Bathurst, and we drove every single car in Automobilista 2 around there. So I've used the lap times from there and trying to find one or two which are very similar in terms of lap time. So there's going to be some close battles going on, and I can't wait to see how we all get on with putting them onto the track. So super excited for that. Norman, hello, welcome. Good to have you with us. Lionel, I'm doing great, thank you. Yeah, perfect. How are you guys doing? Steve, how did the job go? Yeah, good. Yeah, just a usual familiarization. We're just trying to get used to everything, and remote working makes it interesting. So yeah, see how it goes. But yeah, it's good so far. Norman, it's good to have you with us. Good to have you on board the stream. So let's jump into the game here. Hang on. All confuddled. So there we go. Jump in here. So we're going to do this in time trial mode. So just to kind of keep things fair in terms of the conditions. So first up, we've tossed the coin. A virtual coin, and we have we've come up with Germany starting first. So here we have it. We've got first up on the ranks. They're going to go in with their heavy hitters to start off with. So we're taking the Porsche 911 GT1 around the track. So we're going to start off. We've also, other exciting news I forgot to mention, the book is back. So we're super high tech on this channel, so we like to write everything down with pen and paper. So we've got our cars down here, and I've got set up 3 tracks. So we're going to see how we get on with that. So we're going to start off with Alton Park International, a great place to start in my opinion. We're going to mix up a little bit of Cadwell, and then we're going to finish off at Silverstone Grand Prix. So very different tracks, and hopefully it'll bring out some of the strengths and weaknesses in each of the pairings, just to see which one comes out on top all the way through. So we're going to rattle our way through there, and then if we can't separate them at the end, we have a little bit of a special combo to see if we can finish this off. So let's jump straight into it. First up, 911 GT1 at Alton Park International. Let's load in and see how our first contender goes. Now, rules of the challenge are very simple. I've got to set a lap time, and the fastest lap time of the 2 wins. So we're going to do it like you get a penalty shootout. You'd have the first team take their first shot, and then, you know, if the next one comes along, the English team comes along and beats the German team, then we'll put that down as a win for them. I only get 1 shot at each lap, so if I take a crash, or if I go off track and I get a time disallowed, that's it, no second chances. So it's sudden death in a way. Here we go. Let's take out the turbo Porsche 911 GT1 for a rattle around Alton Park. Okay, here we go. Not driven this for a while, and certainly not driven it since the update, so what a way to start us off. Down to Old Hall. Very, very gentle, but here we go. Down to Cascades, get it tucked in, power on, use the downforce, and away we go. So you're not into football, Norman, hence why you're with us, which is great. Into the shell oil hairpin, goes stopped. Oh, a bit of a lock up then. Now, also in this challenge, because, you know, although I'm English and we're going against Germany, there's no bias going on here because we love German cars just as much as we love English cars. That's not a Great Britain chicane. Oh, goodness. So we're going to try and give it our best for both countries and to see which one works out. Knickerbrook chicane. I feel like it's a very slow lap, but at this stage it might just be important to get something on the board. Through Druids, down towards Lodge Corner to finish the lap. Oh, so timid through there. Here we go, up and over the line, and it is a 1:31.206. So, bring out the pen and paper. Let's write this down. 1:31.206. So much time on the table there. That was just a really poor showing of a lap, to be honest. But that's okay. That's okay. It's the time on the board. England, what up are they, Steve? Ooh, that was quick. They just kicked off. Bermuda's national team played against Barbados yesterday and smoked them 8-1. That's a fairly convincing win. Okay, so first lap on the board for Germany. And going up against the Porsche 911 GT1 for England is... Let's get this right. The Lotus 79. A slightly different type of car. Very different eras. However, they were very close in lap time on Bathurst, so who knows? We might get a win here. And of course, I'll be using the H pattern rather than the paddles because that'll be cheating. Got to do this properly. So yeah, what do you reckon here? Is this going to beat the 911? Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's go for it. DFV power. Big slicks. And lots of oversteer. Okay, let's try and do Norfolk proud. Norfolk's finest. Definitely feels a bit grippier, even though we had that big sideways moment out of Lodge Corner. Oh, turn in. Doesn't like the slow speed stuff. Stay off that sausage curb, that's what killed the Porsche. Oh, oh no! It's a miss! No! Well, that's a shame. That's completely ran out of road there. Ah, gutting. I honestly think that could have given the Porsche a good run for its money. Never mind. It's the rules of the game, unfortunately. There's two more chances for the Lotus 79 to get its own back as well, so it's not done yet. So what we'll do as well, because we've got 3 different tracks going on, we're going to do like as a best of 3 kind of round. So Germany wins that one. Okay, next up for Germany. It's another Porsche. There's going to be a few Porsches going on here, but not fully Porsche. So it's going to be a little bit different. So here we go. We are in the 3.8 Porsche GT3 Cup car. So that's what their next contender is. Ah, gutted about that Lotus. That Britain chicane is just so tricky though. It's super tight, and obviously that big sausage curb on the inside just really unsettles the car, and if you take too much speed into there, it's just game over on the exit. Okay, we've learned now. This time we're going to do this properly. Very floaty rear end of the Porsche, light steering. Okay. And this one's over early. Wow. Okay. That's not working as I expected it to. The Porsche tripped over its own shoelaces, yeah, I think. That's a strike straight away. Oh, this isn't going so well. It's only got one lap on the board yet. Maybe the softly approach with the GT1 was the approach to go with. Oh well. And again, as I said, more opportunities for them to do this. This is England's chance to claim one back here. So going up against the Porsche 911 GT3 Cup car in 3.8 format is a GT4 McLaren. That is the close pairing that we had at Bathurst. So, right, come on, Phil. Let's actually try and keep this on the track, shall we? And give everyone actually something to watch rather than just a whole load of off tracks. Ah dear. So Germany won up in our competition so far. This just needs to stay on the board. But we'll still try our best without running off. Getting quite a lot of locking up going on at the moment, so need to be careful on the brakes. Alton Park's a particularly tricky circuit though. It's very challenging, up and down bumps and fast corners, slow speed corners. I think what I might have to do actually on this after this run here, I might try and recalibrate my pedals because I've had some weird issues going on with my computer recently and I've had to reinstall drivers a couple of times, so not entirely sure. It's okay. I know I said no restarts, but let me just check my pedals and make sure these are actually working because they're super sensitive on the brakes. Okay, recalibrated. Should be no excuses now. So what we'll do, in the interest of fairness, let's go back and give the Lotus 72 another run. I know I said I wouldn't, but this is my game. So Norma, with that result, Bermuda now advances to the next to face Haiti in the second round of the prelims with a berth in the World 2020 Gold Cup group stage on Tuesday. Okay, cool. There we go. It's a good win. Right, let's do this again. Hopefully the brakes behave this time. Okay, I already feel better, so I think it was just a brake issue. Right, so we are going up against the GT1. Of course, we haven't got the ground effect helping us with the slower stuff. That's where we came unstuck last time. We made it through. So floaty through the slow stuff. And then so much grip through the quick stuff. It's a large corner then, here we go. Oh, big sideways on the exit. What's the time going to be? It's a 1:30.337. Okay. So, it did beat Germany, but I think in fairness, let's do the Porsche again because I think we probably didn't have it balanced as we should have done on that first run. We will get there, honestly. We'll get through them properly. Just in the interest of fairness, call this a VAR if you want, but let's go again. Porsche, Alton Park, and then we'll rattle through them because now we're all sorted, hopefully. Thanks, Norman. Yeah, it's cool. I do like the DFVs. Okay, Porsche time. So I know we've already done this once, but with the braking set up properly, you might stand a chance of getting around the track. Okay, it's already feeling significantly different to how it was first time around. Go up to our famous corner. Missed the curb. Got it tucked in a bit better this time. Just trying to be very, very careful through there. Druids once again. Down one gear, chuck it in, up over the crest on the exit, down towards Lodge. Careful on the throttle on the exit. Okay, so there we go. We did go a touch quicker, but not by much. So 1:31.060. So the Lotus takes that round. Okay, let's go back into that Porsche Cup car then. Now that we're all sorted and we're not locking up everywhere. Okay. Yeah, it feels considerably better. I think it's not just the brake pedal that was all over the place. It's probably the throttle was a little bit sensitive as well, hence why it was just going sideways everywhere. Right, let's try that again. This time, hopefully, we can get a lap on the board with it. Give it some kind of a chance. So we had an update for Automobilista 2 today. They've done a few little bits and pieces, some bug fixing, and some updates to some trackside scenery for seasonal purposes. So keep pushing out the updates, which is good. Okay, beware of understeer is the call for this car. Okay, we got away with turn 1, so that's better than last time. Okay. Dab of brakes just to settle it through here. And a downshift as well. happier through shell oil hairpin. Okay. We've got our eye in now. Right on the edge of the curb there. Plenty left on the table through Druids that time. Okay, one more to go. And we're going to get a lap time on the board, which is good. So we're on a 1:41.112. Okay. 1:41.112. Now, McLaren time. Let's go get it. So what we'll do in the next round, when we go through to the next next circuit, is we'll swap the order. So we'll go English first, followed by Germany, just to keep it fair, so we're not chasing the German time all the time. So, McLaren GT4 570S, there we go. Questions. David Brabham, an Aussie or an Englishman? He is an Australian, as far as I know. So, yeah, the Brabham family originating from Australia. Very successful racing family. Okay. Come on, Macca, let's see what you've got. Just about managed to float that through Old Hall. It was a little bit sketchy on the way in. Lock up as the car goes over that dip in the road there. Such a quick corner. It's very loose, this thing. Okay, down towards Knickerbrook chicane. Oh, there's a big curb. Slidey slidey through the last part. Drifted out wide a little bit through the mid part of Druids there. Didn't think I was going to get that stopped with all the lockups going on. Here we go. Up and over the line. A 44.443. Ooh. Okay, so the Porsche takes that one. 1:44.443. Quite convincing, actually. There's a reasonable gap there. Good 3 seconds, but then with the other tracks that we're going to be going on to, there's a chance for the McLaren to kind of turn that around. We're trying to mix them up as much as we can with twisty and fast straights and things as well. So a bit of something for everyone, hopefully. So fine, we're through our first two pairings finally. We got it sorted. So next pairing, third group for Germany. It is the Mercedes 190E. This is gonna be fun. And what I will do before I go is make sure I'm on the right tyres, because I've had that issue with this thing before. I've been in the wrong set of tyres, which doesn't help things. So if you've been on wets in the dry, there's no grip. Alright, let's check. Automated by weather, but I'm just gonna... Yeah, we'll be fine. Okay. This thing sounds so cool. Right, H-pattern gearbox again. So, it's up to Germany to set the benchmark once again. A three-pointed star sitting on the front of the bonnet there. So far, not too bad. A little bit conservative, perhaps. It's all down to the nerves of this shootout. Survived the first half of the lap. Big understeer on the last part of Knickerbrook, followed by a handful of oversteer for my trouble. One corner to go. Probably not second gear corner, but wanted to make sure we got through it okay. Drive for the line. What are we on? 46.9. Not bad from the Merc actually. Not too far behind the GT4 McLaren. So 46.964. So, what is the Mercedes Challenger going to be from England? We will see. Slightly more modern machinery, I will say that. It is a Ginetta GT4 Super Cup, the G55. So that's what we're going up against with the Mercedes. You wouldn't think this would be a contest because... the Mercedes is significantly older than the Ginetta, but on paper, on the Bathurst timings that we had, they were pretty close. So yeah, this could be interesting just to see how close it'll be around here. Beautiful V6. Okay, up and over the line in our Ginetta. Oh, flirting with disaster on the outside of Old Hall. Again, big understeer going on, but it's okay, it's all on default setup, so to be expected a little bit. Weird having to go down to first gear through there, but made it through. Lost a whole load of momentum going up over the top of the hill. See if that comes back to bite us. the Mini count as German or English? Yeah. I had that internal debate in my head, but I'm going to count the English side of things. It's got Union Jack lights, so... Oh, it's big sideways into large corner. Held it. Okay, up and over the line. A 45.020. Yeah, so that was around Alton Park at least considerably quicker than, well, not considerably quicker than the Mercedes. A good, well, yeah, just considerably quicker, nearly 2 seconds quicker. Okay, that might come back closer towards the Mercedes at some point. So next, what else have we got in our list? We have 2 more lineups in the competition. So next one up for Germany. We're back in the German category of touring cars, and we're going for the M3, the Evo, the wonderful E30 M3. Let's load in and see what this thing can do. So, obviously not competing with the Mercedes this time for once. This is going to be up against something quite different. So, we'll see about as English as Owen Hargreaves was. You're not wrong. Okay. Ah, it's this noise again. Right. Come on, BMW. Feels a bit nicer to drive than the Mercedes so far. Okay, try to be neat through there as much as possible, while still trying to carry the speed. A little bit slidey through Knickerbrook. Overall, not too bad of a lap. Okay, what's it got in terms of time? So we try and straight line to the finish line. It's a 46.160. Yeah, so that's quite a bit closer, well, quicker than the Mercedes. So 146.160. That's a good 8/10 quicker than the Merc. So, what are we going to bring up against the BMW? I can tell you now, it's not another Ginetta. There are other English cars that we should be using in this competition. And again, it is quite different. Let's double check myself. Right. It is the Caterham 620R. Not a race car by any stretch of the imagination, but a very capable sports car with a very good possibility of throwing me off the track somewhere. So, we'll see if we can survive. If we can survive, we have a good chance of going up against the BMW. But survive is definitely going to be the operative word. Take it out of fourth gear. could almost call this the Paul Gascoigne of the England lineup. A little bit of a loose cannon. But very, very capable. Very fun. Right. Caution needed through Island Corner. Island Bend. Use the throttle to try and rotate the car, and it's very happily to oblige in rotating. So this thing is going to be probably quicker in a straight line than the BMW is. The BMW should probably make up for that straight line disadvantage in the corners. Oof. That's one of the corners that's going to catch you out, dropping over the top of the hill. And it's a 46.6. BMW wins that one. 146.660. Okay, so going into the final pairing of this first round, it is England 1, Germany 1. Sorry, just adding up here on my high-tech paper and pen. So it's 2 each going into this last round. So all to play for in round 1. It's good. It's not just all one-sided, which is kind of what we wanted. But we'll see what happens when we switch up to the more power demanding tracks such as Silverstone Grand Prix. So final pairing lining up for Germany is the wherever it's gone, all over the place here, the Porsche Cayman. This is if you've seen the thumbnail, which you probably have done, you probably know what the opponent is going to be for this. So it's going to be the Porsche Cayman against the Mini JCW. So front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, GT4 against one make single category touring car. So more flat six goodness to enjoy. Let's lay down the gauntlet with the Cayman. Not the greatest start to the lap, but we're still on the scoreboard, so to speak. Though it's trying desperately not to. That was probably my own fault for downshifting twice too quickly. Get it stopped for Britain chicane. Slightly better through there. Able to get a decent launch off the corner. So we've opened the door slightly for the Mini with that first corner antic, but we do know that the Porsche is going to be very quick in a straight line, so will it make up for it? Up and over dearly, across the line to record a 1:44.7, which is actually a pretty quick lap compared to some of the other ones we've been in. So 1:44.734 Mini time. Can front wheel drive topple mid-engine rear wheel drive? We'll see. Let us know what you think. Can the Mini do it? Can the Mini do it? That's the question. Okay. Scroll right down to the Mini. Okay, off we go. Do like the Mini Cooper, the JCW. It's a pretty cool touring car. It's I've had a passenger ride in not this particular generation of Mini JCW, but the one or two previous, and it was so good on the brakes. Okay, come on then, Mini. What have you got? Lots of power understeer. Got to be careful on the throttle. Looking for that off track, but didn't find it. Gotta really be gentle on that throttle, because it will just pick the car up and send it off to the outside of the track very quickly. So I was quite surprised to see how close these two were in the timings, because I really wouldn't think it would be. Oh, just about kept it in bounds. The great thing about the Mini, you can just give it a bit more throttle to try and pull you out of trouble. Wow, that's a long way off. 52? How are we so quick around Bathurst then? Man, that's a crushing defeat for the Mini. That's one unbalanced pairing by the looks of things there. So it's Germany that take round one. So there we go. Typical English penalty shootout form going on. Okay, let's go on to round two. What we're going to do, if we have time afterwards as well, so we're going to go through these next two tracks, see how it all works its way out, and then we might do a mad multi-class race with all of them in at the end, just for fun. So we're going to reverse the order in terms of who goes first. So starting us off for this next one is going to be the Lotus 79. So we're going to go to Cadwell Park, not a circuit well known for running Lotus 79s, because it's just dangerous. So it's not going to be its natural habitat, we could say. So survival very much the key here, and I think probably the same for its rival, I don't think you could ever say that there's been a Porsche GT1 go around Cadwell Park, so... Oh well, let's find out how it goes. Slow speed corners and high speed sections, so bit of a best of both worlds, or maybe not for the Lotus with its lack of grip in slow speed corners. But it's a fast one to start us off up the hill. This, ladies and gentlemen, is why Lotus 79's never raced at Cadwell Park. It's blobbed straight off. Big blob for the Lotus. That was probably me being super exuberant, thinking I have all this grip when really I didn't. So Lotus unfortunately did not hit the target with that one. Let's see if the 911 fares any better. That's the advantage of going second, I suppose, in these particular challenges. You have a chance to get your eye in before you actually set your lap time, so you have half a chance of staying on track. But having only done 2 corners, there's still plenty of opportunities for the Porsche to blob as well. So, if in the eventuality, he says, making the rules up as he goes, that both cars miss, we might rematch just to see what we can do with that, but we'll persist. It's so bumpy. This car is made for Le Mans, not tight twisty circuits like Cadwell, so it's not too bad in this section, but very soon it'll be very much out of its comfort zone. Okay, here we go, coming up to the woodland section of the circuit. Don't need those bollards up over the mountain. Very, very tight right-hander there. And here we go, we're going to set a lap time. For what it's worth, it's a 1:20.4. So it's 1 apiece for the Porsche GT1 and the Lotus 79. Okay. Next pairing. So what do you think of this kind of format? Do we do something similar to this again? Because I know I'm probably not doing it justice at the moment with my driving, but yeah, it's a bit of fun, but something a bit different, rather than just trying to beat lap times, or in terms of hot lapping and for a leaderboard. I forgot where I am now. What am I on? McLaren GT4. So yeah, something a bit different. I like to keep things fresh on the channel rather than repeating the same stuff too often. So yeah, let us know what you think. We'd love to hear your thoughts on it. We can obviously do that with other nationalities of cars, or we can do single-seaters against GT cars, all sorts of things like that. Okay, McLaren's turn to set a lap time and hopefully uphold the honour of England. Judging by that final corner, it could be a long lap, even though it's only be just over a minute long. Turn in. the very wide open expanses of the first half of the circuit. England are bottling it at the moment. Okay, right. Neither car so far getting a lap on the board. I just completely missed my braking point there, obviously. Arrived at that corner considerably quicker than I was expecting in my mind. Oops, I put my blob on the wrong one, not the Porsche. So again, all the German team have to do is to get a lap on the board, and then they'll get another win in the round. So this could very much turn out to a bit of a whitewash here if this carries on. But it doesn't mean I'm just going to lift off and just coast around like an old person on a slow jaunt down to the shops. I am going to still try and give it a respectable run. Okay. Keep it on the track. Just about. Very timidly braking into that corner this time. Do love this section here as we flick right and then left over the top of the hill as we plunge downhill towards, I think it's called the Gooseneck corner. Can't see where I'm going. Through the Alpine ski pass, which is that section of the track. It's kind of left, right constantly. So we completed the lap. Germany again taking the win in that pairing. So 1:29.220. Not that that matters too much because the other one didn't have a time. So right, Janetta. A winner at Alton Park. Can we keep it on the track at Gadwell? That's the challenge. Right. Where are you? Genesis GT4 Super Cup. Go. Should be reasonably strong here again with its decent levels of grip. Again, reminder, we're going up against the Mercedes 190E, the Evo. So, not, I wouldn't say it's overly a power track. It's a combination of the two. Right, for England, let's keep it on the track. He says, nearly running off. But we're still on. Must brake early enough. Must brake early enough. So early. But we made the corner. It's the main thing. Ugh. wrestling over the top of the mountain. Let's try and carry some speed through here if we can. Okay, so we've got a lap time on the board for England. It's a relief. Right, so 1:32.198 for the Ginetta G55. 1:32.198. Okay, what can the Mercedes do? Can it topple that time? Take a clear 3-0 victory, well, at least in round 2. We'll do this just for honour's sake. Okay, Mercedes. I know I worried about this last time, but I'm actually going to specifically put it on slicks. Just because it just didn't feel like it had a great amount of grip. Just don't have that confidence for some reason, I don't know why. Slicks all round, thank you please. Right. Naturally aspirated Cosworth engine. Probably could have changed it down to third, but it's okay. We've kept it on track. Just trying to concentrate around here, even though it's not to the particularly tricky part of the circuit. It's such a challenge. So far feels pretty good. Busy clearing the floppy markers from the corners. Okay, drive for the line. A 32.440. That wasn't far off. See, that's more like it in terms of comparison between them. So there's 132.440. Only a couple of tenths difference between that and the Ginetta, but the Ginetta took that one. So, BMW E30. What can this do? Going by standards from Alton Park, the BM should be another 8 tenths quicker again, I suppose. Probably be shorter lap time, so it'll probably be, I don't know, let's say 4 tenths difference, 4 tenths quicker than the Merc, I reckon. If we connect the lap, of course, obviously. Except I've gone wrong here, haven't I? I've gone BMW first. I should have gone Caterham first. Can't have that, sorry. Someone's jumped the gun. Oh, getting too excited. Okay, it should be Caterham first. Caterhams and Cadwell Park. We've done this before in the past, but not with the 620R. We've done the Caterham Superlight round here, which was a lot of fun to drive actually. It was a really nice combo. But then the Superlight is a little bit less scary to drive, shall we say? this thing. Not quite sure what I'm going to be in for here, but again, we just need a lap on the timesheets. Okay, up to turn 1. I knew that was going to happen. Why did I take that so quickly? I promise, I am not doing this on purpose to ruin England's chances. So we could have just carried on with the BMW and just been absolutely fine. Because the Caterham wouldn't have counted anyway. So, out of formality. And as of course the BMW does go off track here. Not that I'm going to do it on purpose, obviously. That would be cheating. So, currently we are 2-1 to Germany. I do love the sound of this thing. Just has so much more grip to it than the Mercedes does. Oops, there's a bit of a late turn in for the chicane. Still made it though. This lap is more out of interest to see where it compares with the Mercedes than trying to beat the Caterham at this point. I have a feeling it's going to be significantly quicker. 31.380. So the gap's still just as high. 131.380, whereas the Merc was a 132.4. So this one's actually over a second, so it's even a larger gap than it was around Alton Park. So there we go. Right, it's Mini time. Let's see what the Mini can do around here. England is trying too hard straight out of the blocks to try and lay down a good lap time for Germany to beat, and it's just not going their way on this particular round. So okay, interesting reading. I was looking at the times to see how they all stack up so far. Okay, come on. We just need a lap time. Well, it's a plus. We're through first 2 corners, which is almost unheard of for one of the English team. do love flicking the car over there. Struggling for traction up the mountain. Rattling it off the limiter into the... Come on, one more corner. Scruffy lap, but nevertheless it is a lap completed, and around here anything goes. So there we go, 137.343 for the Mini, 137.343. What can the Porsche Cayman do to conquer that? The Mini's a bit of a handful. It didn't used to be so much of a handful. I think that the recent updates to it have really exaggerated the front-wheel drive characteristics of it, so it definitely power understeers a lot more than I used to. Used to have a lot more grip than that. Not that I'm complaining, because that's, you know, more like what the actual car would do. So it's good to know that that improvement's been made. Just need to learn how to drive it again. Really, that's all. So the Porsche is going to have the upper hand over the first half of this lap. I can tell you that, because of the big long straight. But it's whether or not it can keep that advantage through this section. Okay, let's go start the lap. Negated some of its advantage down the hill here, because that run onto the straight wasn't brilliant. So, despite thinking that the Mini might have a advantage in the tight, twisty stuff, so far the Cayman's feeling pretty good. If not a little bit skittish. Okay, I think this is going to be an easy win for the Porsche, 32.360. I think whatever they've done to the Mini since we did our Bathurst challenge, it's lost a lot of pace, because this is turning into a bit of a thrashing. Oh well, that's fine. So that's round 2 done. So let's say win. That's a win there. Okay. So already the Germans have beaten the English in a couple of categories. So let's change the track up again. And this time we are going Silverstone Grand Prix circuit, so a longer lap. And what we're going to do this time, we're going to go complete reverse order. So we're going to go Germany back in front again. So we're going to start off with the Cayman, and then we're going to work our way back up the list to the Porsche GT1 and the 79 Lotus. So That's where the battle's going to be. So at the moment, the Porsche GT1, the Lotus 79 are one apiece for each of the rounds. The 911 3.8 Cup car has got 2 and 0 over the McLaren 720S. The Ginetta has beaten the Merc 2 and 0. The E30's beaten the Caterham 2-0, and the Cayman has thrashed the Mini 2-0 as well. So a couple of convincing wins, but either way. So I suspect, given the results we've had so far, that the Cayman is going to absolutely annihilate the Mini around Silverstone. But we'll put it through the motions anyway. Because something like that might happen. Well, luckily for the Porsche, it already had 2 wins on the board, but unfortunately, it's failed at the first hurdle on this one. That's the exploratory laps going on there, just to find out where the track limits are and how quick you can take certain corners, and that was not how quickly you take turn 1 at Silverstone. So the venerable Mini has a chance to pick up a win here. But it's the nature of the game. You can't win them all. So eventually you're gonna, as in football, you're gonna miss the goal, or the keeper's gonna save it. So let's try and keep this one pointing in the right direction and within the confines of the track. Survive turn 1. These 2 corners are really just nuisance corners on the Silverstone GP circuit. They're not a pleasure to drive, that's for sure, but everywhere else on the circuit is nice. It's just those 2 corners are just a bit, I don't know, uninspiring. Off too wide. Long Luffield corner, goes on forever. Build up some speed as you come off the corner. Through Woodcut, which isn't really a corner because it's taken flat out in pretty much every car you drive around here. Copse corner, dab of brakes at the 100 mark. Down a gear. Careful of track limits on the exit. Kept it on, and then Maggots and Beckett's really fast left right. Down the hanger straight, which is where the Porsche would have had one of its upper hands anyway, along with the Wellington straight, which we've already been down. Again, 100 board. Down a couple of gears just to kind of get the thing slowed down. The track's so wide, it's hard to see where you're going at times, but we're still inbounds. One slippy slidey lap comes to an end, and it's a 2:25.006, and a win for the Mini. Bit of a hollow victory, obviously, but nevertheless, it's a win in that pairing. So Germany win 2-1 in Porsche Cayman versus Mini Cooper S. they take the overall victory there. Okay, next one up, BMW E30. Well, at least we got one lap under our belt, so we know we can actually make it around the circuit, which is always a bonus. Just lost my pen. Where's it gone? There it is. So it looks like history is repeating itself in terms of Germany-England victories. Better. She kept it in bounds. Don't want to run off because too much curb. Those sausage curbs are nasty, and I just hit it too much, and couldn't quite save the car. So, oh well, it's a bit of time lost. But it wasn't an off track, so anything can happen. We know what the Caterham's like. So we'll finish the lap off anyway, just to give the BMW a chance, just in case the Caterham does off track. Plus it's a nice car to drive, so we'll finish it. Very short, well, close gearing on the BMW actually. Revs don't drop very much in between gears. Missed that sausage curve this time. And it's a 2:26.1 around there, so not going to be the quickest lap, but you never know, it could still be the winning lap. We know what the Caterham is like. Just need to keep it neat and tidy. That's the main thing with this next run with the Caterham. Neat, tidy, and within track limits. Now we know that this thing understeers like an absolute pig. We know that it likes to go sideways a lot, so we can't be too greedy with the throttle. Need to be restrained and under control as much as possible with how this thing handles. So here we go. Right, up to turn 1 then. Let's make sure we get this slowed down enough. That's surprisingly not too bad through there. Missed the BMW curb. In wide open spaces, this car is serious fun. Whew. Just about managed to save that. Still trying to get away from me on the exit. Okay, here we go. Maggots and Beckett's, can we keep it on track? That's good fun through that. Todd, welcome along. Subjectively speaking, AMS2 really has fun handling. Yes, it does. It is very fun. I do enjoy AMS2. They've done a great job of it. Updates keep coming in, and it keeps getting better and better. These Caterhams really are a real gem to drive around in circuits on AMS2. And there we go, up and over the line at 2:16.580 for the Caterham. That's more like it. Get a lap in. 2:16.580 to take a consolatory victory, consolidating victory in that pairing. But the BMW does win outright over the 3 rounds. Okay, next up, it's the Merc 190 again. Pick a gear and wheel spin in this any gear, you still get wheel spin and oversteer. It's just mad, isn't it? It's good fun though, isn't it? It is good fun. Right, Mercedes 190. To uphold the honour of the German touring car DTM cars on AMS2, considering the poor form of the BMW, unfortunately, on that one. Oh, it's not really the BMW's fault, it's my fault. But it's BMW. It's turned in too well. It's got too much front end grip. No. Can't blame that car for that. Right. Mercedes. Okay, up to 5th gear, dabber brakes down to 4th for turn 1. Feed it out to the left hand side, tuck it in tight so we don't wash out. Avoid E30 curb. Reasonably neat through that section. We're way down Wellington Straight, pulling gears. 100 board, hard on the brakes, down a couple of gears for Brooklands. All over that curve on the inside because you can. Down another gear into Luffield, mid corner, let it come back to you. And start applying the power. Fighting the wheel as the back end tries to come round on you. To 5th gear again, down towards Cops. Again, 100 board, down a gear, get it turned in, power back on again. Oh, don't run too wide. Got away with it. Maggots and Beckett's then. Brake in a straight line, head towards the curb. Down another gear, keep it tight. Over to the left, open up the right-hander. So we can get the power down early so we can get a good run onto the straight, just about. We've got to give the Mercedes every chance, because I believe the Ginetta is going to be very impressive around here. It's deep into Stowe, but it's still on the track thanks to the wide confines of Silverstone. And overall, not a bad lap. The time is a 2:15.162. So that was quicker than the Caterham. So you have to think then that the E30 would have potentially pipped that, given its form compared to the Mercedes around here. So there's a bit of a scalp taken by the Caterham there. So Ginetta has reasonably easily taken the victory in both round 1 and 2. Will it do so here now? Let's find out. Let's go. I get the feeling in the next one that the McLaren really needs a good run. I don't think it's had its best showing, so it needs something to redeem itself a little bit, I think. But we'll come to that in a moment. Right now, we have some gears to change in the Ginetta G55. So this one could well do the business. Let's have a look. Ooh, no. Don't do that. Got away from me. Now the Ginetta's going to be up against it. 3 in the top 9 F1 quality were British. We're having a good run of form at the moment in F1. It's not always been the case, but we've got some good drivers at the moment, which is helping. Try and tap into some of that talent if I can. Because the way this lap started, it hasn't had much of it. Okay, Cops corner. Bit more speed taken through there that time. Let's try and be brave through here. Doing a little bit too much soaring at the wheel for my liking, but it's keeping us on track, which is the main thing in this particular challenge. We made some time up through there with our wide line we took in the Mercedes, so a couple of corners to go. The thing with this challenge as well, you're jumping from one car to another and you don't get too much chance to get used to the cars, so you're thrown in at the deep end. That was a 2:15.481. The Mercs grabbed one back, so that was a 2:15.481. The Mercedes 2:15.162. So it's one to the Mercedes, but overall the Ginetta takes that particular matchup. So, looking at the overall results, it's 2-1 to Germany at the moment. Except it's going to be 3-1 because the Porsche's already wrapped up this next one. But we'll do this out of formality just to try and earn some reputation back for the McLaren. Oh, I am there, right? Porsche 911 Cup cars, the 3.8. Let's go. Yeah, not entirely sure if the McLaren would have beaten the Porsche, even if it hadn't have gone off track on that last one. But yeah, we'll see. The Porsche has been pretty strong. So let's go for it. Quite floaty through the first part of the lap, as in it's all over the place. Okay, well, we've survived the first section of the lap, which is nice. Back to the inside, build up the power gentle. There we go. These Porsche Carrera Cup cars do have their own particular technique to drive them quickly. Something I've not really been able to tap into. They are very unique things to drive, but in the right hands they're very, very quick. Quite nice through Maggots and Beckets though. Very nice and early for Stowe. Rear end trying to come round on the brakes. Go, finishing off a lap considerably quicker than everything else so far at a 2:07.630. So 2:07.630. That's the target for the Macca. Now, I know McLaren technically is from New Zealand because that's where Bruce McLaren's from, but the company that makes the road cars and the GT cars is based in the UK, so I'm going to count it as English. Sorry. GT4, here we go. 570S. Let's see. Can we give it one last hurrah in this one? So we're going to look at the overall results as well as the individual round results as well, just to see how they both stack up that way. But as I say, it's just for a bit of fun. No, no fingernail biting going on. No heart palpitations. Come on, McLaren. Let's get something. Let's get a good lap out of you. Again, this is probably more a circuit where the McLaren is a little bit more at home. Cadwell's very much the irregularity out of all these for all these cars. I'm not really used to racing there, with the exception of maybe the Mini. I'm getting this thing stopped very well at the moment. Here we go. Feels like it's not too bad of a lap so far, really. Been a little bit loose, but overall it's not been too bad. On paper, these two cars should be fairly similar on pace, which of course they are. Well, around Bathurst they were anyway. Let's see what it's like around Silverstone. Okay. We survived the lap, and we got a time on the board. It's a 2:12.501, and we are miles off. McLaren, I think you have very much truly been beaten comprehensively. Potentially another one that's changed since the last time we did these kind of comparison tests. The Porsche wins all 3 of those challenges. Very, very convincing. So, one final pairing to do. One final pairing to do. And it is the big hitters. We're going to start off in the Porsche 911 GT1 at Silverstone. Wide open expanses, plenty of room, high speed, good opportunity to use the downforce. And yeah, I'd like to think the Lotus has a chance, but I don't know. I reckon the Porsche is probably going to be a bit too much for him. Let us know what you think. Get your predictions in. Porsche 911 GT1 or Lotus 79. 911 Cup is more of a GT 3.5. Yeah, it is. It's kind of a bridge between the two, isn't it, really? The turbo wastegates chattering away every gear shift. So cool. Oh, that's so much more grip. Okay, Magnus and Beckett's. Hold on tight. Such a great noise. Okay, down to Stowe. Get it chucked in nice and early, power on. Turning in too early for the first pilot club. This doesn't help. And here we go. We survived the lap and we're up and over the line in a 1:54.9. We are sub 2 minutes. It's going to be a tough one to beat, I'm going to admit that now. 1:54.920. Right, can a 1970s or late 1970s, nearly 80s, Formula One car go up against a mid-90s sports car? We'll see. We will see. What is really key here is I need to keep the car on track. That just needs to happen. Just to have any sort of fighting chance here. I reckon we can do it. 1:54.9. I reckon we can. Just need that floating body of the Lotus 79 to be pushed down and enhance that ground effect at high speed, so we can have some of that lovely downforce all the way through the corners. The only problem is going to be at Club Chicane, where we're going to start our lap here, and obviously Luffield as well, and those two nasty little hairpins early on in the lap. But we will survive, he says, nearly going straight off the track. Come on, Lotus. For Colin. So much low speed understeer. Make up for it in a straight line, maybe. Well, we're through the first two danger zones for this car. Now we can really unleash it. Not too bad so far. Come on. We can do this. I think we just missed. Yeah, we did. Ah, shame. 1:55.934. The Porsche takes that one. Well, so unfortunately, overall, Germany 4, England 1. But I'm not going to leave it there. I reckon we go double or quits. I reckon we throw everything at this to try and see if we can settle this in a non-footballing way. We have one more pairing, which we have not used. So let's do that. We're going to take this to another English track. We're going to go, because Germany obviously don't need the home advantage, they'll just come and beat us here anyway. We're going to go to Donington Park. We're going to use the national circuit at Donington. And we're going to let the UK go first in this one. So we are going to take the Ginetta G40 Cup, and then I shall reveal Germany's contender, which is probably not what you're thinking it's going to be. So this is a winner takes all kind of situation going on here now. It's a shame. Some of those combinations were quite close, but others have obviously moved apart considerably since the last time we drove them together. Let's get a gear. Okay, so national circuit, so we're going right and left. So significantly slower speeds than what we've been driving in the rest of the cars. What do you think our other one's going to be? A bit wide there. Let's tuck this into the inside of the corner curves, get it straightened up. Down a gear for the old hairpin. Come on, Ginetta. Up towards McLean's, T over to the left hand side. Again, brake down one gear. Keep it on the track. Okay, up towards Copper's, blind entry into here. Leave it in third. Get in behind that pylon on the inside. Tricky corner, you've got to get the turn in just right going into there. And then down towards the national chicane. Down a couple of gears. Very easy to grow off track here, so we've got to be careful through there. Keep it in a straight line as we head towards the finish line. And we're on a 1:28.167. 1:28.167. Okay. That's the gauntlet laid down for Germany to beat. And the weapon of choice for Germany to beat that with is... Drum roll, please. Okay. Go scrolling up to the top. It is the Mercedes-Benz Copa truck, which around Bathurst at least was was surprisingly closely matched with the Ginetta G40. So we'll see what it's like around Donington Park. You go with one of the VW bug hot cars. Yeah, the Fuscas. Oh, I don't dare drive one of those at this point. I've not got on very well with them. Right, it's truck time. So, where we don't quite have the cornering capability of the Ginetta, we make up for in a straight line. At least if we shift properly from third to fourth rather than third to second. It's so fun driving these trucks. They seem to be behaving a bit better now as well. Big power slide all the way through Coppice. We've got to get it through the chicane without going off. That's the key for this lap. And we have. Now we go for the line. (1:26.9). Oh, England just can't catch a break right now. The truck has just beaten the Ginetta by around a second, actually. 1:26.9 plays a 1:28.1. So there we go. In this instance, Germany wins our sim shootout. So congratulations, Germany. Sure, that's just payback for Tuesday this week. So all very well and good. Okay, so let's wrap this up then. Let's finish this off with some multi-class madness, shall we? Because we enjoy a little bit of that on the channel. So we're going to bring in all of those cars that we've just driven, and we're going to put them all together on track for a race. And this time we will go to German territory, I think. So, question is, which car are we gonna drive here? Now, I'm thinking for fun purposes. Sorry, just going down there, but checking out what we've got. For fun purposes, I am going to go with the 620R. So let's choose our. Oops, not on time trial mode, obviously. Let's do this properly. So Caterham 620R. Haul in the mail. Yeah, it definitely was. That truck does haul the mail, that's for sure. Right, so we're not going to do any practice or qualifying. We're just going to jump straight into a race. 6 laps. And starting at 12, yeah, weather's fine. Okay. Let's multi-class. So what we want then, so the thing is we can't sort by car, you see, so we're going to have to do it as the Formula Retros, GT55s, GT1s, GT4, Minis, those, and what else was the Porsche Cup cars? And that was it, wasn't it? Occasionally, is it? Yeah, that was everything. Okay, so let's do 94 or 5. No, do 94. Okay, player going to be random gridding, I think. So we're going to go to Germany's location. So we're going to search by Germany. So we've got Hockenheim, obviously, Nordschleife or Nürburgring. I'm going to run with. I'm going to go with. Where's it gone? Yeah, we're going to run Hockenheim, I think, because I do like that track. So let's go have some fun with our German friends on track, shall we? Go for a bit of a slide around Hockenheim in the Caterham. Well, I hope you enjoyed this kind of challenge. It was fun to do. We've got some discoveries that some cars are not quite as closely matched as we thought they were. With things changing on the setup side of things and the physics side of things. Top Gear challenge accepted. Okay, another good mixed grid of cars. 6 laps of Hockenheim. We got the jump. And up we go. Oh, away we go. Got a Merc in our mirror. Go. Nice, so we're P1 in the Caterham class. The top speed of this thing down the straight is so ridiculous. catching up with these Ginettas in front. Come on, Ginettas. I'm going to split the gap. No, don't close it! Caterham bullying Ginettas. Ah, no! Another Caterham on the outside. Ah! Being taken out. Okay, lost the spot in the Caterham class, need to get that back. This thing's just mad, isn't it? Absolutely insane. Floating through turn one, such a quick corner. Okay, let's go get that other Caterham. It's being held up by the GT4, as you can see the brake lights flashing. To make most of our situation here. Just on a knife edge the whole time driving this thing. Oh, he's got the Ginetta on the inside. Stuck behind the big Camaro now. Not good to be on the outside there, but the Ginetta's going to lunge the Caterham. Let's get him on the inside up towards turn 2. Okay, we've got the Ginetta. Centre the inside of both of them. Going to get undercut and then turned into each other. Turned around by a big bully of a Camaro. What's happened to the other Caterham? It's been taken out completely. Right, let's go get the other GT4 cars. At some point we'll probably see some GT1s come storming through, or some Formula Retros. Getting more used to the car now. Still sideways, but a little less out of control. Tokyo Drift through the stadium section. word of advice: don't drop a wheel on the grass driving one of these things. It doesn't like it. Okay, we should be able to get this McLaren down the straight here. And he's going to return the favour on the exit of the hairpin because I broke too late. That's American cousin. He is not like Caterham's, is he? That Camaro. Maybe what we'll do next, we'll do a bit of a round robin, so we'll do winner stays on, so Germany take on another country. Maybe we'll get them to take on America. And you have American cars to choose from. Get a good run through here, hopefully we can keep it off the curbs. Let's roll that in on the inside, thank you. Once again, having a decent race with these GT4 cars, like we had with F3 versus GTE. That was a great race. Okay, let's get this thing stopped. Just. The superior cornering ability of the McLaren just gets it back inside again. Defend the inside a little bit, make the car as wide as it can be by applying a bit of opposite lock, a bit of oversteer just to make the McLaren stay behind. And again, have to defend on the inside here. Just going to try and go around the outside. Give him a little bit of room, he's going to fight it. Good racing though. Penultimate lap coming up. Try and get ourselves a good run off turn 2. There's a little bit too aggressive on the cut. McLaren's just going to shove it straight down the inside again. Repeat of the last lap. Got a bit of a gap this time. he says, trying not to throw it away. Yeah. Alright. Oh no. I think he's completely destroyed us there. No, I think the car is total. Let's try and drag it over the line because we're going to finish here by the looks of it. Ah, oh, what a shame we're having such a good race. But fair play to the AI. That was actually quite good, quite a good race. So yeah, enjoy that. Anyway. Hope you all enjoyed the stream this evening. I certainly did. Thank you for joining us once again, for being part of this rather than watching the other England versus game that's going on this evening. But yeah, thank you to all the guys who subscribe to the channel. You guys are awesome, and thank you for all joining in and your comments this evening. We've enjoyed reading those, and yeah, if you've liked the video, please do hit the like button below. Help us with our rankings and getting the videos seen more often in YouTube. And if you haven't subscribed, please do hit the red button as well, because you know, then you get to be a part of this every week. So again, big thank you to all the guys. We hope you enjoyed the racing action this evening. It was a dirty move, wasn't it, Todd? Shocking behaviour. But yeah, so excellent stuff. We'll look forward to seeing you again very soon. Have a good rest of your week. And yeah, take care of yourselves. Until next time, goodbye.